Has your music been more like on some like on some just like good vibes, family tip? Because I feel like when I listen to the music, I don't get like hardcore like I'm tripping like banging on wax. When I hear your music, it's just like it's some shit I can cruise to. It's some shit I could when I'm having barbecue, when I'm with the family.
Yeah.
Is that like would you say like that's kind of the music or the audience that you cater to?
That's what I wanted to. I wanted to show like because I wanted to be a rapper still. I wanted to rap, but I didn't want to be this fucking knack ass rapper talking about killing and fuck this fucking hood and that hood and little tech. Cause to me it looked like some knack shit. You know what I mean?
Knack? What do you mean? What's that?
It's like an old term shit, like in like growing up in the '90s for like a degenerate, like a wannabe. You know what I'm saying? It's like because I mean we kind of frowned on people like that, because we already came out of that shit. Already did all this. We survived bullets going this way, stabbings and shit. I survived all this shit, and it's like, why the fuck we're in our 30s and we're still talking about this? You know what I'm saying? It's like, so that's why I try to go for that route. Try to go, like some good ass Chicano rap in the backyard type shit where they could play my shit, and because people will tell you, man, like parents be like, hey, bro, I'll be honest with you, I let my kids listen to your music. I don't ever listen a lot of like other shit. I like your shit. But some of my shit. But sometimes I go back to I hear a beat and I want to go back, but I make sure I say I'm reflecting. It's like I'm reflecting on the past when I go hard on something. I could go hard on some shit and talk like like Ice Cube and them came out or some shit, but I make sure I'm reflecting on the past thoughts or things that actually transpired. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm on the present. That's not what's on my mind. I make sure because what the fuck I look like. I'm gonna walk around my daughter, but I'm over here rapping about I'll shoot you if I see you and whoop, and I got bodies. That shit fucks me up. Like, what you mean you got bodies? You live in America, fool. The FBI would have had your ass. You ain't got no bodies, fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it just fucks me up when I see that. It's like, if I call it like I see it, man. It's hard for me to ignore shit like that.
You feel like people might just rap about it because they know that's what's gonna sell, or they know that's what's gonna hit?
No, that's a good question because some of the people might be influenced by the competition of rap, so that's why they say those things. Because the more hard shit you say, the more audience, the youngsters like, right? Youngsters don't want to hear my shit. They hear my shit, they feel soft bumping my shit, right? They're like, only the older people listen to it. They want to hear some killer shit. They want to hear I got some bodies because it's kind of like heavy metal. It's like soft rock is there, and you got heavy metal growing up in the 80s and shit. At a party with all the girls, they don't want to hear Phil Collins. You know what I'm saying? Or Mr. Broken Wings and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know who Mr. Mister is?
I know Phil Collins.
Or Mr. Mister is the one who sings that Broken Wings song that Tupac remixed.
Oh, okay, I think I'm talking about.
Yeah. So they rather hear Metallica, Guns N' Roses and shit, fucking White Snake and
Marlon Manson and shit.
Yeah. So that's the same thing with rap. I think like it's so, but the kids or most of them are gonna grow out of it are gonna start going into the good music, the relaxing music and shit. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. Like I still get in the car and I still like bumping to some shit like SIBO or some shit, and it just feels good, some gym music or something like that. But I wouldn't sit there and play that, or promote it. You know what I mean? But it's old. His shit's old school, so we could do that for him. Because it's the past, right? It's the past, and he's older now. But for somebody my age to be going out there talking about some shit like that, or even in their 30s, I mean, fuck, dude, even in your 20s, shut the fuck up. Come on, homie. Like, didn't your dad or didn't your big homies lace you up? Like, what you doing snitching on the fucking record for? You know what I mean?
A lot of people are getting caught up like that too.
So, but Trip Out now, I'm like, it's like everybody now is speaking positive. But when I was doing it, wasn't nobody going in trying to support when all these haters were in my fucking messages and shit. You know what I mean?
When was this? When the haters were coming at you? I'm trying to remember. I don't think School Community started when this. I don't think I seen it.
It was like 7 years ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was 7 years ago and shit. Like,
because
I felt obligated, homie, because my first album was Ghetto Thing, right? And I remember the cops pulled up because in the hood it was like.
To your pad or what?
No, to like where we filmed at.
Oh, okay.
And I felt obligated. I felt guilty. Like, hey, I'm fucking older and I'm throwing this fucking gangster shit out. So I felt I had to break it down where my mind frame was. This is not what I'm trying to. This is not what I'm promoting. This is just a reflection of the past.
Mm-hmm.
If you like my song ghetto thing was like talking about where I live. I'm like reminiscing of the way it used to be. But the person I am now, this is the way I think. So I did that on my Instagram, on my blog. Check it out real quick, type shit.
Yeah.
So I had to do the balance. You know what I'm saying? Because if I just keep throwing that shit out there, nobody's gonna get in that. If you're throwing your shit out there, if you're illustrating this and and you're exploiting yourself on social media with the public page, you got to break it down. You know what I mean? So that's what I had to do. And then when I started doing the blogs, it started like people were like, "Oh, you're contradicting yourself," and a lot of these stupid people that thought they knew what they were saying was like, "No, I'm not contradicting myself. I mean, that is my music. That is where I come from. I really came from there." You know what I'm saying? But this is where my head's at now. You got to be dumb if you think I'm running around thinking like that now. You know what I'm saying?